Morning, afternoon, and evening to everyone in here.
Sir, to see everyone here. Goldie, you can see already I'm in a trade here, shared in the earlier, basically about the same previously by your law, but we're gonna talk about it soon. So, thank you everybody for joining in, especially if this is your first time on our stream. For you guys that don't know me, my name is Rio. I'm one of the Syndicate traders, and I'm hosting today's session, as always, with our another Syndicate trader, Andre.
Nice to meet you guys. Welcome to the stream. Great to have you here.
Yes,
Alright.
sir. Let's see who we have here. I see some familiar
Sure.
names, so let me quickly just adjust something on my mic. Okay, done. Perfect. Adrian, Kobe, as always. Dominic, Benrick, great to see you here. Ankit, Rafal, my G, long time no see, man. Great to see you here. Ronak, of course, Andre, Pavel, Maruti, Darm. Yes, sir. Playing out with some music here. Lucifer, Shaz, Binary, Reinhardt, Bosco, DS, and German and Shavai. It's great to see you all here again. Yes, sir. Yes, Bosco. I'm in a trade here. I was shared earlier in the VIP. That initial trade we had here, we're gonna go through it, but just a quick summary is that we basically were in a short from this breakup below this range on a London session, so something like this. Ended up just hovering around and pulled back to the break even, ended up closing it, and I said in the group that if it goes below previous day value low, I'm still willing to take this trade. You can see that on a 5-minute is where I entered. Stop loss is already on break even, so let me show it to you guys. You can see I have a scale out position, so I'm gonna take out basically half of it around 2R, and some contract at 2.5 and the rest at 3R. Yankov, great to see you here, G. All right. So first of all, I just want to quickly show the. Give me a moment, please.
Right, until Ryu is back. How was this month for you overall, fam? Let's see. It's a monthly closure today. Let's make a quick recap in the chat. Let's see. How was your month? Are you green? Are you in break even? Have you learned something this month? Have you been patient or not? Let's see. So far, W for Rafal. No doubt, man. About you, no doubt. Green for Ankit. Green for DS. Alright. Overall green. Perfect. Syndicate fam. Killing it, man. We'll show you in the Telegram shortly. But for the people that are coming here from the free Telegram, you saw the wins we shared in there. How the Syndicate fam is killing it. And especially gold. They killed gold lately. Small W, but learned a lot. Well done, Lucifer. Hey, what up, Nauman? Good to see you, bro. green for Shawais. All right, nice. Little life, win as well. Nice. Well done, guys. Well done. But have you been patient overall? Let us know.
Alright, let's see if it's fixed. I think
You good?
it's fixed. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Had some technical issues, but we're back.
No worry, man. We have been talking here. The Cuts Clipper officials, thank you for subscribing, brother. Welcome welcome to the Syndicate stream, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, patience is key, definitely. Focused on Forex pairs currencies, I mean more from last month, and I would say I'm good so far, closing in green this month. It's all what matters, bro. At the end of the month, if you're green, you're great.
Aiden, we will go through it. Don't worry, brother. We will explain this trade fully. We just started the stream. This trade was explained in the VIP in our Telegram, so we will go through this for sure. Alright, sorry for making you guys wait, but okay, I wanna just quickly show the trade we took yesterday on the gold short. Look at that beautiful trade, man. Ended up having a super meltdown after that, but basically this was our scenario: either go take out the London high and then drop, or close below previous day POC at that time yesterday, and ended up taking out the trade. A lot of guys also took the same trade, so I wasn't really alone, you could say.
Yeah.
There you go. Look at that. Dominic, Warren, Ankit took a beautiful NQ short, Alexander, and we had Isaac with this beautiful Euro trade. And of course, Pavel, as always, smashing the crypto section.
Yeah, and that NQ, if I may, that NQ trade, if you paid attention to the key levels we shared on Sunday in the free Telegram, we told you pay attention to the previous weak point of control. This is where exactly Ankit took the trade from, right? Well done, Ankit. Well done, bro.
Yes, sir. Very, very well played. Just had a question. What to expect after monthly close? So, a lot of the time, monthly closure, especially the day of the closure and also the day after, so the open, monthly open, you see a lot of those top or bottom wick being set out or being set. So that's why it's important to see how the price will develop, because let's say here we are kind of bearish on the macro, and if you see the monthly candle here, for example, this past 3 monthly candle closing bearish, and then this one opening up at the first day or week overall, making out the topic, and then you see this one flipping bearish, that's a really great place for you to start looking at that momentum continuation. You could take a swing trade, you could take scalps, you could take intraday trades, a lot of those stuff, and you could basically ride the whole move here. Let me show it for the monthly open, basically, which is May. Here, you see, this is where the monthly was opened. What happened? Price at first went down, then went up, made that monthly top wick, and then kept dropping, making lower lows and lower highs. So if you can get, for example, a really good position at this place when it breaks below, then you can set yourself for a really nice momentum play here. As I said, doesn't matter, swing trade, scalping trade, intraday trade, and there's a lot of possible setups you can catch, or basically at the beginning of the movement, you could say. So we do have that cycle bottom for today, but we're gonna talk about it for sure. I'm already stop loss on break even, so let's see if we can get that continuation. I like the 15 minutes still. Valuation looks good. So let's start with the dollar as always. Okay. Dollar. A bit messy here for the past sessions, you could say, since London Open. It was a bit messy. But of course we are in that weekly supply, but also getting rejected from a daily demand. So it's kind of stuck between these two important levels. But based on the COT data and the open interest, dollar still has a potential to go to the upside, because as the price was moving up here or pushing up, open interest was also increasing, and that means that there is still interest in pushing the price to the upside here. So as long as we have that healthy pullback to the demand and then push up, that's a really great example of the potential continuation to the upside here. But for now, price is basically hovering around the previous week point of control, so that's where the most volume was traded last week. So it's been having a hard time to close above it and then continue to the upside. Can't forget as well, even if it breaks to the upside, we still have this big range here that we could see some sort of resistance over there. So that's why I marked out the previous week point of control and previous day value or high for that potential deeper pullback, which I also talked about inside the VIP earlier. And look at that rejection, absolute beautiful, you see. So now dollar again pushed up, made that topic, and then dropping again, which is not really good for the gold trade. But let's see, it could easily calm down, take out the London low before pushing up. So let me know in the chat if you guys are bullish or bearish on the dollar, because there was a really nice setup today for the Euro USD. There was multiple scenarios from, so I had marked up initially the previous week point of control, and then on a 1 hour time frame I marked this swing low to this high, and we get the swing value high right here, and that is where you can see that the price got rejected and then pushed up. So this would have been basically the first setup, which played out quite nice, and the second one I mentioned was a closure below previous day point of control and then dropping, which is basically what happened on the 5 minute here. But I was focused on gold, so some of you guys maybe paid attention and caught this move, but it's it showed a couple of potential scalping or quote-unquote intraday positions here. And now personally I want to see breakout out of the previous day PLC or previous week PLC. So it's kind of ranging here, as you can see, building up a range. It has to break above, continue, or to the downside, because it's not really ideal to trade just in between. There's gonna be a lot of manipulations. Hello Hamza, great to see you here, man. I'm waiting for dollar to break out of the range. It is in before confirm alerts. Yes sir, that's exactly what I'm waiting for. I do want to see a strong closure above previous week PLC before pushing up, because these weeks are not really convincing, and the 4 hour doesn't look the strongest, you could say. We will go through Nasdaq as well, guys. Just bear with us. We go with our flow as usual. We start with the currencies, then we go through the gold, and then indices. No rush, we still have time till New York Stock Exchange open. But yeah, let me know if you guys align with me, because I saw some of you guys talking about being focused in the currencies, so let me know how it has been going for you guys. Yeah, and Corp says I always learn so much when I'm here. Well, that's a great thing to hear, man, and really great to see you always here in our stream. Drop a 1 in the chat if that made sense. And if that made sense, we will go through Goldie, and Andre is gonna share his outlook.
All right, nice. Perfect. Yeah, Nanda Kumar, we will go to Nasdaq shortly, right? As you said, we go now to gold and see what gold is up to, and then we go to indices, all right? Just a little bit of patience, okay? All right, so Goldie. What is the most important thing? And this is, I'm speaking in general, right, for today. This is the monthly closure, but most importantly, it's the quarterly closure. So today marks the end of Q2, and tomorrow we enter the Q3, all right? So we need to see first where gold is right now. We are taking it from the top to the bottom, as it should, right? Doesn't matter if it's the first day or the last day of the month. This is how you should start your analysis, your daily analysis. You take it from the top to the bottom. So this is the 3 monthly candle that is set to close in about 8 hours from now. All right. So looking at the candle, clearly see that it broke the previous 3 monthly candle, and this shows true weakness when you're looking at the 3 monthly candle. But of course, if you are going on the lower time frame, such as the monthly time frame, you can see at this month at least has been dropping like very big. What is it? 11% till this moment. That's big. So we'll see how it opens from tomorrow, and we will reanalyze. But until then, let's see where it is right now, Goldie. So going to the daily time frame, is this the same? Is it aligning with the futures? Not really, but this is a weekly. It's still in a weekly demand here, right here, barely held it, but you can see that right now is right above it. All right, you have a drop, you have your base, and you have a rally candle. So this is your monthly demand zone. All right, now let's go on the lower time frame. On the daily, you can clearly see how this is basically the 5th day in a row, so quite strong demand, right? The first daily supply is this one here, which has been tested once. So right now, let's say name it like this, daily supply zone, so you can understand what exactly is here. So we have a rally, a base, and a drop. So this is basically your supply zone. Okay, a lot of institutional activity in these candles right here. So again, for you to understand what is this here, this is a weekly demand zone, right? On the same principle. So 8 hour, do we have something on 8 hour? Not on 8 hour, but we go on 12 hour, we have the same thing going on here, right? You have your rally, you have your base, and you have your drop. So the base is your supply zone. And again, let's name this one here 12 hour supply zone. I'm keeping it like 12 hour or daily or D or W because I know what they are, but for you to understand, I will keep them this way, right? So let me put these ones here so you cannot see them for now. So for the moment, it hasn't been tested yet. If you are looking at these two candles right here, they haven't touched the supply. But if it's the case, we will see how it reacts, right? We know how the reactions were so far at the weekly demand zone, but it did not tested yet the 12-hour supply zone to see if sellers are still in control. All right. Right now, it's kind of playing ping pong between the 12-hour supply zone and the weekly demand zone. Now, going on the lower time frame, let's see where gold is sitting in relation to the last week. We're taking the volume profile and we draw it across the previous week. So right now is in the value area. This red line here is the previous week point of control, and we can name it so you can see it, right? Let's name it like this. This is previous week POC. And as you told you a bit earlier, gold managed to close below the previous day value area low. So if you take your volume profile and draw it across the previous day, you get the volume profile of the previous day. Okay, this white line that you're seeing here, this is the previous day value area low. So it's the area where the lower threshold, right, of the 70% total value area of yesterday. So today my plan was to see a closure below as well, below previous day value low. Me and Ryu as well was in the same trade earlier, but again I also closed it because there was no follow through and I closed it on break even. So right now, going on even the lowest time frame, we have here on 15-minute time frame, we can select, for example, either this range that you are seeing on the right side here, and you could see if we mark out the fixed value low of that range, you can see where it kept rejecting, and it keeps on rejecting as we speak. All right, you see all these rejections here in London and again in New York, and now it keeps on struggling at this point. So I'm willing to re-enter if I see a closure below this fixed value low, but I'm being cautious because it can easily take out London lows and then flip to the upside. So I need to see a strong closure and a retest possibly of this fixed value low, and then to drop with volume. All right. Macro note, interesting how daily weekly cycle tops on NAS and S&P align with cycle bottoms on gold. Yes, yeah, Rafal, there is some sort of a correlation between the two, but that's the deeper stuff. So for the moment, we will keep it more simple for people to understand at least the basics. So again, I want to see a closure below this fixed value area low, and then a retest of this area, of this level, sorry. And I need to see the confirmation that sellers are stepping in here and drive the price lower. All right. Perfect. Yeah, that's my view. That's my view. Of course, the target would be the previous week point of control, right? That we marked a bit earlier, right? This red line here, which is the level with the most volume traded last week. All right. That will be my view. Either a 50-minute entry, either a 5 if everything aligns. If our valuation scanner indicator that valuates assets against another asset, which in this case it's against the dollar, if this one also aligns, we see what happens. So it will be good, in my view, to see a drop and then come back to this level, retest it, and maybe at that point, if it becomes overvalued at this price level here around fixed value low, which is 4,015 ish, right? I'm willing to take it lower, but I said careful because it took out London lows. This is my view on gold.
Amazing. Just
short term wise.
Yeah. Amazing, brother. Just also hit 2 hours, so took some profit here. Look at that. Still running. The rest is running. Let's see if it can drop more. And
Perfect.
guys, do me a favor, smash that like button. We're only 25 likes. We have about 100 of you guys here, so we can easily hit at least 80. So let's do that, because that's gonna
Yes.
motivate us even more. Look at that.
And this is my request. If you please drop a big W in the chat for Ryu, man. He is absolutely killing it on a daily basis, and he is providing you setups after setups in the VIP. All right, a big W for you. Congrats, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm really proud of you.
Thank you, man. Welcome back, Sayan. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Yes,
Let's
sir.
go.
And then people inside the VIP, I'm sure you guys are already aware of this setup, so you're absolutely doing really great. And you see, we already hit 53 likes, so just a bit more, we can hit 100 easily, guys. So look at that drop. So I have my next TP at the 3R, and I will leave 2 contract running, just to see if it can drop a bit more to this on the order flow. There is, of course, the VWAP, and then we have this POC and cluster of buyers as well. And I do think that if the volume is gonna be there and the follow through, we could easily drop to that level. So let's see. We already are up like 1.8k for now, so let's see if we can hit TP and close the day with 2k, just like yesterday. It's not about the money, it's about the consistency in the process. Raymond says VIP is fire. Appreciate it, G. Amazing.
Awesome trade, yeah, and awesome risk management.
Yes, sir. Because
risk management of point.
Yeah, the reason I decided to scale out a little bit out of my position, I usually just take out everything when it hits my TP, is that here we do have the London low, so we could still easily, wait, let me mark it on this one. We have the London low, so we could easily drop down, swipe the lows, and then push up. And that's something ever, because it happens a lot. We can look at that already. So
yeah.
Pretty normal thing to happen.
Yeah, it's the hourly closure now.
Yep.
It could set the top wick.
Exactly. And then drop. That would be really nice. If this one flips bearish, I'm moving my stop loss at 1R above this high. Let's see. Where is the... Because there's a lot of sellers here so far, so it could still come up as we have already. Tap into this point of control. Trade away sometimes doesn't want to draw, but that point of control and then drop, look at that, to the pip. So if this one flips bearish, we're gonna see a decent drop here. Yes, sir. Stream is growing indeed. New 4 hour indeed on the CFDs. Exactly. So that's why I decided to take half. Even if I hit break even, I'm completely fine, because I just wanted to give this one a shot to potentially make a bit more profit here. And especially with this big push up, a lot of you guys could say the gap here, the imbalance, all the same thing. So yeah,
man, this is... Yeah, please go ahead.
Drop a 1 in the chat if Andre's analysis made sense, and if you guys understood why we took this gold short here. Let's see those ones. Why did you take this gold trade? We had just Andre explain the whole analysis and the setup. So
yeah, you can scroll a little bit back up, but no problem.
Rewind
I
just
can...
a couple minutes. Yeah.
that, and I can explain to you very short, because yeah, more people have joined since we made the analysis, and we can talk a little bit about it. So the idea is simple. Let me take this one out. I don't know why I have to save these lines to not show up on the higher time frame, but this is another story for another time. So long story short, for you guys to understand it in a simple way, when an asset keeps on creating supply zones over supply zones and doesn't create a single demand zone, then you know that in this case, sellers are still in control, all right? Yes, I know it rejects so far this weekly demand zone that we have here. You have a drop, you have your base, and you have your rally candle. So right at this point here, you can see this impulsive candle to the upside. Of course, this was institutional activity, all right? So this is why right now gold is rejecting pretty obviously. If you look on the daily time frame, right? You have 5 rejections in a row. All right, so going on the, let's get to the daily time frame. So right here you have a daily supply zone on the same principle. You have your rally, you have your base, and you have your drop. So this daily demand supply zone has already been tested before, right? You see it has been created here, then it came to the weekly demand, and then it came back up and found resistance right into this supply zone, and then it kept going down. So right now, as I said a bit earlier, it's kind of playing ping pong between these two macro zones, all right? So in order to, let's see, continuing going lower, it has to break this weekly demand zone, right? Which if this happens, it is a very high possibility for the price to go even lower, 3700, 3500, but we shall see. It's a long way till then, but we shall see. But if it takes out this daily supply zone that we have here, right, and breaks the structure to the upside, then we can consider gold being bullish, right? But until then, we're on the bearish side. So the reason why Ryu took this trade is because if you draw your volume profile, let me delete this range so it doesn't confuse you, and close this one here, and also delete these so you don't get confused. So you take your volume profile, right? Your fixed range volume profile that you can find at forecasting and measurement tools right here. All right. This is it, fixed range volume profile, and you draw it across the previous day, and you get the 3 levels: value area low, the point of control, and value area high. So the reason why Ryu took this trade is because this bearish candle, at least now the 1 hour of course closed below it, but the 15-minute, if you see this 15-minute candle here, it closed below previous day value area low. So this is where he entered, right? I think he entered on 5 minutes. So this is why he entered, right? It closed below the previous day value area low, and then volume kicked in, and that was his 2-hour trade. He took partials and he's letting the rest run, right? But this pullback, it's kind of obvious because it took out the London lows, and now this 4-hour candle on CFD could possibly set the top wick. Where, we'll see. And if it's the case to set a top wick and reverse, of course it's not a guarantee that it will set the top wick and then it will reverse. We trade what we see, right? Let me know, guys, if it was clear for you, right? Drop a 1 in the chat if it was clear.
And for the people that were asking about the VIP or Telegram in general, I dropped the link in the chat, so if you are interested, message our support in the Telegram and they will guide you through the process. Exact gold is going to have the pullback. Even if it hits break even, that's completely fine. Already took some profit. Still could drop a bit more. Let's see the swing. If it does close below the swing PLC again, I think that could be really beautiful.
Yeah.
Let's see, so far a lot of buyers are stepping in here. If these buyers get trapped, that's really good. Will you re-enter? No, I will not re-enter because I already got my profit and there's no point of re-entering here if the London low is taken out and reversing quite aggressively here. I will stay out personally. Can I check the dollar? Sure. Dollar dropping here after closing below a previous week PLC. So that's the reason gold is pushing up. We need to see the closure above the previous week PLC again, or at least a good amount of push to the upside, so that can make gold drop again, because this most likely will be a break even and I'm completely fine with that. Push up. Alright, you wanna go through Nasdaq then, since a lot of people were asking about Nasdaq?
Yeah. Sure. Of course. Let's do it. Alright, let's see Nasdaq. Let's take it from the top to the bottom, alright? Again, this is how you start your analysis. Top to bottom. Every single day. You don't skip this step. Lower time frame creates the higher time frame, right? But you'd never neglect the higher time frame. So looking at the CFD, we have no supply zone and no demand zone unless we go down here. So this down here wasn't tested yet. I'm not saying that it should come to this one, but this is the only supply, this is the only demand zone that has been created so far, right? So going on the lower time frame, this is the daily time frame. Nothing clear until here. This is your daily supply zone that hasn't been tested yet, right? Let's name it daily supply zone. All right, with this occasion that we are on the daily time frame, I want to show you, I mean, for the new guys that are in here and haven't seen this before, this indicator that I have here, this is the seasonal shadow Intel seasonal forecaster. This is an indicator we built to help us with the macro bias. So what this indicator is doing, it analyzes past behaviors and past cycles, and based on that it makes predictions. All right, so for example, this low that you are seeing here and this bottom that you are seeing on the indicator, this bottom was here before the price reached it, okay? And for the same top and bottom that you are seeing here, you will see in the future, because we will keep showing this because it helps us. Because as you can see here, every single bottom and top that it predicted, at least in this move to the upside here, it was bang on. All right, this is your bottom, then it kept going higher. It was a local top and you can see that it stopped and then it kept going higher. This was a daily top and look what price did, then a bottom, then it kept going higher, then it found its stop here and look at the prediction of our indicator, then it came down, again a bottom, top here, and the bottom. What's that? This is Friday, right? Yes, this was on Friday. So the last bottom that it predicted, it was on Friday / yesterday, right? This one here. So we'll see if it continues to go higher and if this daily supply zone will hold. Now, going on the lower time frame, such as the 8-hour time frame, we can see here, let me actually delete this daily so it doesn't confuse us, and also put these ones here. All right, so as we talked on gold, we have the same principle here, right? You have your drop, you have your base, you have your drop. So a lot of institutional activity in here, and as you can see, when it came back up, found resistance right into this 8-hour supply zone. And again, what's this, Tuesday? Yeah, on Tuesday, right? Yeah, on Tuesday. This was on Tuesday, and it found resistance once again. All right, so this is something I won't neglect, but we'll see what happens with the New York Stock Exchange Open. And for this one here, let me delete this, and let's take the volume profile and draw it across the previous week. All right, so this red line that you are seeing here, this is the previous week point of control. This is the level with the most volume traded last week. You see this peak right here, you can say this peak. All right, this is where the most volume was traded last week, and also you can see this range. Now let's say that we would have been here. Let's take the replay mode so you can better understand. So last week we had this range that we played with, and for the people that are in the free Telegram, you guys know what I'm talking about, and also in the VIP, you know what I'm talking about, because I told you to pay attention to this range last week, right? And this is where it found a great resistance, right at the fixed point of control. You have this range, and then buyers couldn't break through it. All right, so right now this point here is the previous week point of control, and here is where it gets interesting. Let's get out of the replay mode and you will know what I mean. Now let's delete this one. Let's take again the volume profile and draw it across the previous week, and the previous week point of control is right here, and the previous week value area high is up here. Now here is what I want to see on Nasdaq. I want to see at the New York Stock Exchange Open in 50 minutes from now on that price comes to the previous week point of control, and preferably for the 1-hour closure at the New York Stock Exchange Open and the 4-hour candle closure on futures to close above previous week point of control. Why? Because last week, this is where the price has been held below by the sellers. Okay, this was the push to the downside, and by the way, what a push was that, 3% in 1 hour. That's crazy. So after that, as I said, buyers couldn't push the price above, but they managed to do yesterday, right? It break through it. Now I want to see if the price comes lower. I want to see that buyers are stepping in and are defending this level, right? If that's the case, I want to see exactly this. So price comes lower, closes above the previous week point of control, and then pushes back up. Previous week very high, continuation. The first entry after the 1-hour / 4-hour candle closure could be at the previous week point of control and the confirmation of buyers' strength at the previous week value area high. If that's the case, very well, I'm very interested into taking a long. And to talk about a little bit about yesterday, if you guys paid attention, as I said earlier, when Ryu showed you the NQ trade that Ankit took, this is where the trade played out yesterday, right from here. The 1-hour / 4-hour candle closure was clearly closing below, and he entered right here like this. Easy 2R and even 3R if you would have targeted the Sunday open, which was the weekly open right here. And then you can see they had also a gap on CFDs right here. And then sellers came here, closed the gap, closed above Sunday open, and what happened? It pushed back up. And this is again where it gets interesting, because you could have had the second trade on 5 minutes, right? What you can see down here, this is the valuation scanner as I told you before, and we are comparing Nasdaq against the bonds, right? Look at this. On a 5 minute time frame, it was overvalued against the bonds, and again it found resistance into the previous weak point of control, to rejections, it came lower. Then what happened? Undervaluation on 5 minute, you could have entered here and you would have gotten another 3R. So you would have gotten 6R in a span of 1 hour, something like that. Super easy. Now, let's see what happens with the New York Stock Exchange open in 12 minutes. I'll watch the previous week point of control and the previous week value high, and for the previous week point of control, I'm going to set an alarm and will be notified when it comes, if it comes to that point, of course. All right, that's it. Let me know if you guys have the same bias, if it's different, and most importantly, if you understood what I talked about here. All right. How's the gold trade going, Guru?
Close at break even.
Good management, man. Yeah. Great that you took out profits. Well done.
Yeah.
How many pips?
About 150 basically. 150 pips.
150 pips on the last day of the quarter? Bro, that's amazing. Seriously.
Yeah, this is the reason I put stop loss on break even, because look at this. If it first could continue to the downside, it's most likely gonna go for that session high. So
yeah,
done for the day. And quickly, now that I remembered, I think it was Mox that was asking. You were asking about how to put the lines here on the entries. So you use the Fibonacci tool, and then you go to the setting and you put like this 0, 1, 2, 3, and then however R you want to go. So 0 will be your stop loss, you can see. 1 will be your entry, and 2 will be your 1R, and 3 is gonna be your 2R, and then you just keep going on, and you can save it as a template here. See, I have 1R, 2R. For example, I want to go for 1R, boom. I want to go for 3R, boom. And then all I need to do is just drag the Fibonacci tool to my entry, to the top, boom. That's about it. So next plan is just to see if it's gonna take out the highs and then reverse, or what's gonna happen. And paying attention to the dollar will be important, because if dollar keeps dropping here, most likely gold will push up as well. So that's the reason I just went on break even, because this is very, very possible, unless we saw some sort of strong closure to the upside.
Yes, indeed. And also take in consideration this previous 12-hour candle on gold that has a huge bottom wick. This is something to not neglect. That's almost a 2% wick. So quite a push from the buyers from the bottom.
Yeah, because I know we talked about that 12-hour supply, but we have this 8-hour that has been getting rejected as well. So if we want to go deeper, definitely week to body will be quite interesting. That's something I'm looking at. But for that, the only other scenario I would take a short for gold, of course, will be from here. That's one of them. Only if dollar finds support here and then push up. And if dollar goes above that, then The other more conservative setup is to draw this swing here from the high to the low. Then look at that rejection right now from the value high, but then I will wait for a closure below swing POC. And let me explain why I want to see a closure below that. Because if you look at the order flow, you see this is the candle that took us out on break even, and there's a lot of buyers, and you can clearly see this is the point of control. So this is where the most volume was traded on this specific candle. And then where's the swing POC? On the low of this 5-minute candle. Where's that low of that 5-minute candle? This one, right below the POC. So I do want to see a closure below that before taking the trade. Of course, from here would be more interesting in a risk to reward situation, but even if it closes below this, do something like this, that would still be quite good amount of a risk to reward ratio before we reach the previous point of control. So these are the scenarios I'm looking at. Look at that rejection right now from that range. Absolute beauty. Value low. Boom. Overvalued on 5. Super clean, super clean.
Nice reaction. Yeah.
I just personally want to wait for a closure below, because we could see the price coming down, tapping into this POC, and then push up.
Yes. Same thought. That top of the candle, the 15-minute candle, is full of buyers. They had control over the candle. So yeah, I fully agree with you in that.
100%. We can go through Bitcoin as well, Krishna. Just wanna say quickly about US30, because I know some people trade US30. It's a bit, gonna be honest, the price action is a bit ugly. Not really to my liking. I mean, look at this 1 hour time frame. This is not so clean. There was an opportunity here yesterday on the long from the previous value high, but it was Monday. I just wanted to see how it's gonna play out, and it's kind of slow here. So you can technically mark at the previous daily level, because those are also quite relevant right now based on the where the price is. And you can see the POC here, previous day point of control. Now it wants to close below it, but again, it's quite choppy here, so I'm not really a fan of that price action. The only way I would maybe take a trade if this one pushes up now, since New York took out the London low, and then if it closes above previous day value high, in that case I would maybe be willing to give this one a shot here, something like this. There's the valuation looking not bad, but the 4 hours overvalued. That's another reason that I don't really want to force a setup here on the US30. I want to just be out of this and focus on what has the most volume right now, which is gold and basically the currencies. Hey Safe, how you doing? What do you think it has rejected? We just explained it, G. We talked about it right now, about this range rejection here. And look at that drop right now. So Goldie, if it closes below swing POC, I'm willing to give this one a shot, because 15 minutes still looks quite decent. 1 hour is not bad as well. Depends on how the 4 hour will close as well. We do have the New York Stock Exchange in about 4 minutes, so that's something that could bring in more volatility. And Bitcoin, shall we go through the Bitcoin then? Bitcoin was a bit choppy, the price action. Look at the 12-hour time frame, getting rejected from the 12-hour supply and just ranging there, but price is still in that weekly demand. I'm gonna mark it week to body actually, And plus the news as well. Yes, indeed, the news. So in the last stream I did mention that I do want to see a breakout out of this range. Yes, we did had a really decent push down, but this still could push up, you know, because with this push down it took out this low, and haven't really had a strong candle closure below that recent low. So but if you look at the Sunday open, actually, look at that beautiful entry model today after tapping into the supply as well. Boom, Sunday open would have been entry model, boom, boom, easy to R. So this was 1 hour after London open, so would have been 5 hour actually, so quite decent trade. So my next potential point of interest will be to mark out this whole zone here, or range, then look at the fixed value low, because even though we didn't really broke the range yet, this could be a nice point of interest to come up, maybe get rejected and then drop. In that case I would be more confident that Bitcoin could drop more, but again, as long as it doesn't break this low, I'm not really confident it had left the range. I'm keeping it simple because it's quite rangy. I'm not gonna say I'm fully bullish, fully bearish. Let me know if you have maybe a different view on Bitcoin, Andre.
Yeah, no, I'm 100% agreeing with you, man. Definitely. At the rejections at the 12-hour supply zone, it's clear as the daylight. Sure.
Absolutely. Let's see, New York Stock Exchange in 25 seconds. This will be interesting.
And we opened. Let's see.
Let's see the crazy volume right now. The big battle. Look at Dow Jones already going crazy. Yeah, definitely more choppy.
It is, yeah. Today has been very choppy. I mean, yesterday as well.
Yeah, since Friday, kind of choppy because of that.
Yeah.
Not even follow through there, so not really ideal. Better to focus on Goldie, which has been quite nice today. This was the third actually setup that it showed us. First of all was the previous week point of control that we have been talking about it for a couple of days already, and look at that 1 hour closed above here. And if you look at that 15-minute, I was looking at a potential entry here, but that was like we still had another 2 hours until the London Open, and I didn't really want to take a trade because I don't like to take trades pre-London unless it's like 30 minutes before London. And then with this 15-minute closure above, I was looking at this one, and I was a bit busy, so I couldn't take it. But this 5-minute trade, look at that, 5-minute entry,
beautiful, zero drawdown trade,
straight to the moon. If you had put your stop loss below until previous day value low, which was our point of interest, easily 6R, easy. So this is why important for the people inside the VIP that they pay attention to the daily videos and posts that me and Andre post every day basically. And the people
right now we rejected the sorry, I wanted to say that we rejected the previous day value low. We're rejecting the previous day value low.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
How's the order flow? Some buyers getting trapped here. Take care, Ankit. See you in a bit.
NQ opened higher. Now let's see. Valuation is in the middle, not even moving, but I can see the 5-minute now going higher. So we will see what happens if the New York Stock Exchange Open takes out the New York / Asia highs and then comes lower. We will see. I am observing at least the first 15 minutes.
Yes.
After the New York Stock Exchange Open on indices. Krishna, you can click on the pinned message and click on the link in there, and it will take you to our support team in Telegram, and they will guide you from there, right? Yeah. Click on the pinned message in the chat and they will take care of you. Looking forward to seeing you in there, G. All right. Nice rejection so far. Yeah, let's see. Let's see this swing. I had it the same. We will see what happens in here. Oh, we said swing point of control right here. Because from a price action standpoint, even though we are on the 5 minutes, the 5-minute structure looking quite decent, right? You have a high, then you have a low, then a lower high, then a lower low, now a lower high. But now we should see if it breaks below the swing point of control and it manages to go even lower. We shall see. Patience. Patience pays off. I'm pretty sure you guys know that. Let's see how the order flow looking. All right. Not bad so far. Really not bad so far. As Ryu said earlier, this 50-minute candle should close below this area right here. This point of control, this yellow box that you are seeing here. Let me zoom in a little bit. Right, this one here. It should close below this one.
Agree.
Yeah. Asian low could be a great, could be a nice target. Yeah. I would be happy. Yeah, I would be happy with previous week point of control at least, man. I mean, yeah. But if the volume is there and kicks in good, yeah, of course, 100%. We're holding it. Yeah,
because today could be potentially the last day that we could maybe see Goldie pushing down here because of that cycle bottom. So doesn't mean that it is cycle bottom that the Asia will be 100% the low. The important is that it's showing the cycle bottom today. So the bottom could be set today, regardless of the session. Look at that drop.
Yeah. Good. Looking good. 50 minutes still at the equilibrium on valuation scanner. Yeah, looks good. Well, looks good. Let's see. Ooh. Look at the volume. Big drop, yeah.
M4 says I'm short from 40.25. 40.25, nice. Right from that top. Damn man, you've been moving the market.
Did you entered on 1 minute? 40.25. All right from the top.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, right at that candle top week rejection.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I
Well done, man.
didn't put stop sell stop choice. I'm waiting for a proper closure below. At least like a
Yeah.
2 5-minute closure, or at least one strong closure below. Dominic says I'm
You're
short from the same level. Of course, you're the gold king. You're the
I had no
master.
dub, Dominic. I had no dub.
You're the master himself.
Yes. Oh, yes. We have Jolts coming in 22
Exactly.
minutes from now.
That's why we are a bit patient as well right now. We could see some volatility. Wow, look at US 30. Absolute bonkers. We got London and Asia low. Crazy drop right now. But it tapped into that previous weekly value high, so if we are going to see that continuation to the upside in the US 30, I do want to see 4-hour closure above and above the previous day point of control. If not, I'm expecting just the range here, not really moving anywhere. I've noticed that the Dow is the most manipulated instrument at the New York Exchange Open. Most of the time, yeah, it's similar to the indices overall. I like it though, because a lot of times after you see that session sweep, there's a lot of good setups. It's just this past couple of weeks, it has been a bit choppy, so I haven't really been trading US 30, but because I didn't see clean setup, or sorry, clean entry the way that I usually enter, but Dow is one of my favorite assets to trade. If I can trade 1 or 2 instruments for the rest of my life, I would choose US 30 and gold most likely. That's it, nothing else. Okay, I wanna see another 5-minute close below, because that aligns with the 15-minute closure, and then I'm willing to enter something like this. But I will go definitely with the maybe half risk, as I already have a profit for today. So something like about 600. But I do want to see that closure below swing PLC. If not, yeah, I will stay out for sure. What else are you guys seeing in the market? Is that Goldie? Shaz says your patience and discipline is admirable. I think that's ironic. Thank you, man. I really appreciate you. I've learned in a hard way as well that patience in trading is very important. I'm sure that's something every one of you have been through. Every trader is that every time you're impatient, things go wrong really quickly. So, especially when I have profit for the day, I'm really more conservative when it comes to the second trade of the day, because based on my data, my personal data, I catch usually 1 or 2 good trades a day, and then that's it. Sometimes I take 1 good trade, and then the second one ends up in either break even or loss. So I just tend to either lower my risk a little bit on the second trade if I have a win, or just move on for the day, you know. Already took a profit, done.
Yeah, this comes down to your psychological, your emotions, because you are in that state. All right, you had 2 wins, and yeah, I can get the third one, and maybe you don't think clearly, so it can bite you back, right? So
Exactly.
sometimes it's good, always it's good to know when to stay out, right? When to sit on your hands.
100%. I'm still, every trader still makes mistakes. There's no way nobody's making a mistake. I don't believe that even like the top traders don't make mistake. I don't believe that, because the difference is that how do you manage yourself, right? If you're wrong or if you are impatient, if you take a loss, a quick loss, instead of doubling down and revenge trading, you just be like, okay, let me take a quick breath, deep breath, or maybe go for a walk 5 minutes before I revenge trade, you know? That's something also a lot of those guys talk about.
Yeah,
It's
of course.
how fast can you catch your mistakes. I mean, look at this. That's why I didn't enter.
Look at the 15.
Look at the 5 pushing up crazy. 15, as Andre said, with a big bottom wick. So if we would have seen the follow through, we would have seen from here.
Of course.
That's why I ended up putting on break even, because if it breaks, it's my break even. This is also something I talked about on, I think, the previous stream or the other one. I know a lot of people ask but why would you go on break even if sometimes hit your break even and then go your TP? For example, based on my data, most of my trades either go straight to TP or straight to stop loss. So I don't have a lot of trades that maybe hits one or come back to break even, hit my break even and go to TP. I don't have a lot of those, most likely. And when I see a lot of break-evens for my side, it means that either the market is choppy or I'm not reading the market correctly. So just stay out. But you see, if I wanted to let it run and then do whatever just to see that extra squeeze, I would have been stop loss by now. So I take profit as much as I can or as quickly as I can and then move on. I mean, 700 for a day is still not bad. It's really good.
Yeah, man. By leaving money on the table, right?
Yes, sir. Could have made way more than that, absolutely. But that's just something I was willing to risk here. It's not about the money, it's about the compounding effect, as I said before.
Of course.
Out of break even, Dominic. Great management. That's why going in at 25 was wrong. I wouldn't say wrong, depends on how you take it, right? Not everybody trades the same way. Some people could enter on 25 and then just go for a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, and you could have seen they would have been out with, let's say, if they put the stop loss even wider, 1-to-1 out. Sometimes maybe they go with a really tight stop loss, 2R, and then done. So it really depends, but if you are entering here to put your stop loss at the above and then targeting that Asia low, it's, unless we don't have like a geopolitical event happening, I don't see why gold is gonna drop like right now immediately, especially with that cycle bottom today. Look at that. Let me show here, literally today. So we could range, we could push up a little bit. This line doesn't define the volume, it defines just the tops and the bottom. Just because we had this move here doesn't mean that it's actually gonna drop 17%. It's just the tops and the bottom. And all of these lines were here before the candle printed. So before the price was here. And you can see the forecast is here. So it was basically the same all the way back, and it works really amazing on gold indices. It's really awesome. Is Trump speaking
Yeah.
today? Is he?
I haven't seen anything.
Yeah,
It could be now that the talks are set to take place. I think on Thursday, or was it today? I think on Thursday, if I'm not wrong. But Iranian officials denied that they requested talk with Trump. Same ping pong, right? Between Trump and the Iranian officials, and same ping pong on the markets. So it is what it is.
The only difference was this time it had way less impact. So I think people are just tired of this this news.
Yeah, about the news, Krishna asked a bit above. We also have some news at 15 minutes for today. What do you think about? So, I think you're referring to the Chicago PMI.
And
if
jolts.
the numbers, yeah, jolts will be in 12 minutes from now. But we had PMI, Chicago PMI 3 minutes ago. If the numbers are not that big, right, compared to the forecast or the previous, it shouldn't have that big of an impact on gold, on dollar, and especially on gold. The important one is the jolts. That one will have potentially a bigger impact on gold because it's about the job openings in the United States, right? So the forecast isn't that good. The previous number, it is at 7.6 million, and the forecast is set at 7.28 million, right? So a lot lower, not that much, that many job openings from a month to another, which means the labor market could suffer in the United States this month. So we will see how this goes. We will see. Also, consumer confidence, these numbers usually do not fluctuate that much, right? They usually stay in the range of, let's say, 1%, something like that. If we go on that, let's say, where it usually ranges. Yeah, see? So it usually stays in that range, and most of the times doesn't have a big impact on the dollar. But it could weigh in the long term, right? Because if you see here on 2021, it was at 127, and right now is at 93. 93, yeah, 93. So the consumer confidence dropped over the last 5 years. So the buying power is not that big because of inflation, because of a lot of fundamental things, right? Yeah. So short-term wise, consumer confidence doesn't usually have a big impact unless the number, the actual number, it will be bigger than the previous or the forecast. We're interested right now in the jolts.
Yep.
Yeah, look at gold.
Pushing up.
A lot of bubbles. This is a battle going on here.
And to answer Shabai's question, by the way, hello Edson, great to have you in the stream here. And for the people joining in, don't forget to subscribe, turn that notification bell, because we're gonna be announcing our next stream as well, and drop a like for the stream as well. To answer your question, Shabais, I'm not really a fan of taking a gold long here. Of course, it could turn into a quick scalp here, for example. Wait, let me show my screen. Could turn into a quick scalp here, for example, from previous day POC to taking out that high, that London high. But personally, I don't really like to take it right now because 5 minutes is overvalued. 15 still doesn't look that bad, but on a 1 hour, it's close to that overvaluation, so it's not really something personally I want to take. Of course, it could work out, absolutely. It looks like a really good scalp here. If I was scalping, maybe I would, but at the moment I'm not scalping. but he could easily take out the highs here and maybe ranges. It also really depends on what the dollar's gonna do. If dollar's gonna drop from here, then it would be much easier for gold to push up here. So let's see, I'll wait for this hourly closure and see if the news will have a lot of impact or not, or just nothing really. So still looking at that. Your USD is still getting rejected from previous day PLC, so it's still in that range. Silver was on a really nice move today. It didn't cut anything but aligned very well with the gold here. So my opinion on gold is that if we are able to close above this high and then make a pullback, I would say okay, we're starting to shift the structure here, and it could align with that cycle bottom today. So it's something that I'm definitely paying attention, and I'm not going to be just married to my bias, to my short bias here. So if I see they don't see the follow through, that means that it's not really ready to go down there, and it's actually more in favor of pushing to the upside. But don't forget that we have this high volume node from the previous daily level that the price has been getting rejected for multiple times. So if we close above that, then I'm gonna be more confident that we could push more to the upside, at least towards the previous daily point of control. Yeah, Gob says I'm never going to miss one of these trades or one of the streams. Man, really happy to hear that, bro. Really great. You've been really active here. You've been also attending every stream, so that's really great to see. We are here to provide value and share our analysis, and it's really refreshing to see you guys saying that it's valuable and you guys are learning a lot. So thank you guys, really appreciate you guys. That's why me and Andre, we never miss one stream here, on time, every time.
Of course. Every single time, man. Every single time. Okay, so what's going on with Goldie? Yeah, this 15-minute push to the upside, it's interesting. I would like to see again a closure below this previous day value low, and I mean by that the 1 hour candle closure. I want to see it closing below. But as Ryu said, with that high volume node from the previous day, right, this one that you are seeing here is a valid one. So for the newer people that don't know what a high volume node is, it's also an area where a lot of volume has been traded. It's not necessarily to be the point of control, right, because the point of control is up here where you see this peak, but you also have this peak right here, and this is where it rejected so far. Now if this 1 hour candle is closing, let's say in this area, I would like to see the new candle opening bullish, all right, take out the London highs and tap that 12-hour supply zone that I showed you a bit earlier, right? This one right here. So I want to see the new hour candle opening bullish, and then seller stepping in and drive the price lower. Previously value low could again be an interesting point, but being cautious, because it could as well mean a new higher high, right, on the 15-minute time frame. So still this 15-minute, 5-minute, 50-minute swing point of control that Ryu showed you a bit earlier, it's still a valid one, all right, because it will break the structure to the downside if that's the case. So we'll see in exactly 3 minutes from now.
Welcome back, Ankit. Nothing yet, G. We're just waiting for potential setups here.
Yeah,
Maybe
look
we
at
see
NQ,
something
man.
gold. And NQ, look at that push up. Yeah.
Took out London lows and then straight push up. We'll see. Overvalued on 50 minutes, almost on 30, almost on 1 hour, so it is a possibility to come lower. But as I showed you guys a bit earlier, right, the seasonal forecaster that points towards a potential move to the upside, at least for the short term. So yeah, we'll see. Took out the highs, we'll see if it comes back now. This is still a level that I'm going to watch for the entire week, alright? The previous week very high and also the previous week point of control. It doesn't mean that now it's here and it will never visit this level. You guys know that this doesn't work like that. We shall see. In this case, I will put an alarm to the value high as well.
While we wait for the news in 40 seconds. Just created a new poll, so let's see, guys. How was your day so far? Did you manage to close in profit? Are you in a drawdown, break even, or no trades? Let's see.
Good one.
It's interesting to see how people are cozy in the last technically trading day of the month and the quarter. So are you being patient? Maybe green, maybe you got something, because gold was really nice today. No trade, nice. W patient. Not a lot of people in drawdown, so great to see. And look at gold drop.
Yeah.
Okay, 52%, 50% in profit. That's great to see. And a lot of people no trade. More than I was expecting, to be honest.
And the important question at this no trade vote: why didn't you take any trades? Have you been patient because it's the last day of the month or end the quarter, or you haven't seen any setup that you like? This is the question. Let us know in the chat. I'm really curious about that.
Yeah, good question. Because it's different if you didn't take a trade because you were patient, or you didn't take a trade because you didn't see anything, or you didn't take a trade because you missed it. It's a different situation.
Answer to Mauricio. Yes, I wanted to see a setup as well on NQ, but so far it's not going to our direction. Explained a bit earlier, I want to see a retest of the previous week point of control where the most volume has been traded last week. So if that's the case, I want to see it holding, like buyers stepping in and defending this level, and then a continuation to the upside, right? So far the intraday structure points toward bullishness, but we will see. Yeah, even the 4 hour, if this 4 hour candle is closing, let's say in this area, yeah, good. But if this 4 hour candle is closing again in this area right here, tricky to go long, but we will see. This 8 hour supply zone, but it's also, you guys saw a bit earlier, because I deleted it, I kept only the 8 hour supply zone. Right now it's in the daily supply zone, so we shall see how this daily candle is closing.
Yep.
Right. How the news came in. How did the news came in?
Just a couple of setups you shared and being patient, waiting for confirmation. That's good that you have patience with us. I missed a trade as well on a Euro USD, 2 trades actually that I was looking at, and 1 gold long earlier in the morning. So I missed 3 trades. What I did, instead of just running behind the trade, trying to force the trade, just waited. I was like, okay, so I'll just wait for the New York Stock Exchange. If there's any, or New York session, if there is any good setup, I'll take it. If not, I'll move on, you know.
Yeah.
Whenever you run after a trade, that most of the time doesn't go good.
Yeah, so the news came in, and it looks interesting. So if you can, yeah, perfect. So if you guys paid attention earlier when we were looking at the news, you can see that the previous have been revised from 7.6 million to down to 7.585, and the new numbers came in better than the forecast and better than the previous. So this is bullish news for the dollar, right? And if we are going to the dollar, responded accordingly. But we will see if there is a follow through from the previous week point of control right here, as we also showed to you, right? And the impact on gold, not that much. Gold right now looks like it's dropping alongside the dollar, right? Yeah, this 15-minute candle, look at that, dollar is dropping here and gold is also dropping. So gold right now isn't that strong. If dollar will push to the upside, it will be interesting to see it. Sorry for that. Let me close it. My PC wants to run a checkout right now. Come on, man. Give me a break. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna be watching out Goldie right now. Previous day rather low.
Yeah.
Could
Same.
be interesting. I wanna see at least a 15-minute closure below though, because the 4-hour closed above. Sorry, not 4-hour, 1 hour.
Yes. 1 hour.
Yeah, because 1 hour on the CFD is already closed. So we could see that push up, to be honest. Where are you from? Really appreciate the content. Well, I currently live in Japan, but I'm Brazilian, so... What about you, Krishna? Let's see. Actually, let's see. Drop in the chat, where are you guys from? Or what country are you living in? Yeah, let's see. I want to see the audience.
Great question. Yes, let's see.
Where the audience are from. I know we have a big Indian audience. India, nice.
Australia. Poland.
Yes. Mexican. India. England, Czech Republic, Australia, Pakistan, India, UK, Netherlands. Okay. I see a lot of Pakistan, a lot of India, Australia too. Malaysia.
Oh, from US, but Argentine ethnicity. Nice. Very nice, man. South Africa, Manila, Philippines. Nice. Eritrea. Wow, nice. Yeah, possibly, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's the first one I've seen, like on the stream.
A multicultural stream. Love it, man.
It's crazy. I'll just
yeah.
Streaming platform, bring everybody together. How's your training going ready for the comp racing? It's good. I'm probably gonna go there next week, not this weekend, but next weekend, to practice more. So the competition will be on July 26th. So I still have about a month or so for the comp. let's see, it's gonna be my first virtual competition. I'm gonna give it the best. There's gonna be a lot of good guys, so
From Ethiopia as well. Welcome to the stream, Bobby John.
yes sir. Indeed, global community. Let's see, I'll try my best, Gavin. There's gonna be a lot of good drivers out there, so
Show the video in the Telegram. Yeah, man.
sure. We'll find it here first. It's just a quick video. Now this the they made basically my car as well on the
Nice.
basically you gotta fill out all these zones here, all these boxes on the ground you see. Gotta fill it out. This is gonna be qualifying, so whenever I qualify, and then there's gonna be the battle, so the tandem 2 cars basically. Whoa
What
While
is
we
this
talk about
volume?
that, look at gold.
Wow.
Thank you, Ankit. Look at that. That's why I didn't enter. I wanted to see a proper closure.
Yeah.
Now it's important because it took out the highs, which is
Yes.
London. Are we gonna see the continuation? Stop us it. Sorry, man.
My guy spinning that wheel like a pizza. Yeah.
Yeah. What's dollar doing? Dollar pushing down.
Dropping.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Silver as well pushing up. Indices down ranging, so yeah, I think we got a good trade here because I said as in the beginning that I'm targeting that London lows because that could lead into a reversal, and then look at that V-shaped recovery. So I think we did a really good management there, putting a stop loss on break even and taking out power shorts.
Yeah, exactly as we said. Took out what was that? London lows or London
Yes.
Asia lows?
London lows here.
London low. Took out London lows and then
push up.
back up.
That's why I wanted to target a bit more, because Asia low is way lower and we have these quote-unquote imbalances. I was like, okay, we could give it a shot. If not, then we could push up and follow that Asia making out the daily bottom.
Yeah, no need to force it, man. It's the last day of the month. Tomorrow we have a new month and of course a new quarter, so no need to force it.
Get all these bubbles, get all these spires. Absolutely crazy. Would you recommend taking a buy and gold if it breaks and retests the weekly point of control? Weekly point of control. We are already above it. Or do you mean previous weekly? Because we are above it. Unless you're talking about futures, but futures we are above it too. If it breaks above previous day point of control, then maybe, but I think the major move already happened, which was pre-London, and then in the past like 2-3 hours the 40-60. Oh, you mean basically the previous daily. If it breaks above it, then yeah, because I think it could be, for example, like tomorrow's potential setup because of that cycle bottom today. But cannot neglect that we do have that 12-hour supply that Andre mentioned, which is this one, and 8-hour supply that I mentioned as well. So you're gonna be longing straight to the supply, but depends. There's a lot of supplies to break first. That's why I want to see demands being created first before being more confident that quality could push more to the upside. Yeah, no worries. If it breaks above that, then yeah, we could definitely go for these highs and make that break of structure. 1 hour will be overvalued, so we might see a pullback first. 30 minute looks alright, 15 looks alright. Let's see what US30 doing. You see, this is the reason that I didn't want to take any trade on US30. It's a bit choppy, just bouncing between key levels. Of course, some people could say, oh, I could have taken the bottom, taken out the highs here, taken short, blah 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 blah. Of course, you could have, but this is very choppy. This is like a barcode, absolute barcode. Like, you enter long here, cool, but what if you enter here on long, thinking you're gonna see that follow through, and then boom, straight to the stop loss. But yeah, that was a quick recap. We took that gold short here. For the people inside the VIP, I called out this euro long and euro short here. So if you guys had paid attention, you probably caught that trade. Goldie was a nice trade from here earlier with the break even, so I gave it another shot here on a New York session. So ended up taking out some partials at 2R. Sorry guys. Alright, sorry about that. So I think that was a good decision, not being greedy, and that's a great example of not being greedy. Some of you guys were asking about Asia low. To me, it wouldn't really go that low unless we had some, as I said, geopolitical event, because this is like 1.6%, so it's good amount of drop until there, and taking out the London low and then reversing, that was kind of the indication of gold could push up now. So what I will do is pay attention to those supplies. If that one gets taken out, then of course that could be a good indication of we could push more to the upside, especially if we see more demands being created. But we can talk about it on our next stream, which will be on Thursday. I will get it up and running right after the stream, so don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss it, and I will definitely announce it on the Telegram as well. So really great day, a lot of good questions for you guys as well, so appreciate you guys being professional, and I hope we added some value to you guys and you guys enjoyed the stream. And if you did enjoy the stream, please drop a big W in the chat. I want to see if you guys did enjoy, maybe if you learned something, maybe if you had something valuable that you had a question about and you asked it. So let's see, drop them W's in the chat, and don't forget to like the stream before you leave it. So that's about my last thoughts. Let's see if Andre has also.
Yeah, man, I'm really excited for the Q3, right? And new month, new quarter. I'm really excited for it. Should bring some good volume. Now that also gold has today had the rollover for the next contract on futures. So it should be very interesting starting with tomorrow. So yeah, as you said, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subs. If you haven't subbed and liked, please consider doing it. It's helping us a lot. And yeah, we hope to see you guys again on the next one. As you said, we will schedule it right after this one, so you can turn on the notification for the next stream so you don't miss it. All right. And if you came here to our stream and you're not yet in our free Telegram group, consider joining in. Yeah, you have the link in the description down below. So see you guys in there. And also in the VIP, you will learn a lot with us. All right, and with all the VIP members that are in there.
100%.
All right.
All right.
Awesome stream.
Have a good one, guys. See you guys inside the Telegram and also in the next stream. Cheers.
Yeah. Take care. Bye bye.